Hi, I'm Victoria Pearson, but you can call me V, and I am not actually vlogging today. I know it looks like I'm vlogging today, but everything that I had planned to do has gone horribly wrong, so I'm just going to quickly let you know why I'm not doing a proper vlog this week. So, if you watched last week, you will have seen that I have had a devil of a time with my car recently. It's broke down twice in quick succession. It's back on the road again now, but during the time when it wasn't, I had to hire a car, and I had a nightmare with that car too, with the alarm going off every 29 minutes all night long. And when I returned that car to Eurocar, I'll tell you now that it was Eurocar because they were so rubbish with my complaint about it. They didn't care. They just shrugged. They didn't care. They weren't bothered. No refunds forthcoming, nothing. And I thought, that's it. It's a car-related curse. But it's not, you know, it's a tech-related curse, because I told you last week about getting a new laptop. Literally, as soon as I had set that up, my phone just completely died. I was in the middle of a phone call, and my friend who I was on the phone with said, "Oh, I've just sent you a link. Have a quick look at it while we're on the phone." And I said, "Oh, I'm struggling to. None of my buttons are working. Hang up on me. I'll restart my phone. I'll call you back." And I went to restart my phone, and it just wouldn't. I tried doing the soft reset thing, and it just wouldn't. So I got onto Google and I looked up every single potential way to revive my phone. I even put it in the freezer. Nothing worked. In fact, the only thing that is working on it now is the alarm that is still going off, because it goes off when the phone is switched off. You can't switch it back on to switch the alarm off. You just have to wait for it to stop again. And last I checked, the battery was on about 96%. So I think my alarm is going to be going off maybe for the next year or so. That's going to be fun. But anyway, in the meantime, I was using this little Sony Xperia, which is what we use for when my children were a bit younger. They're a bit old for it now, but when they were grounded, they would have to use this phone, because you can get onto email, you can get a phone call, you can get onto Google Classroom, but you can't really do anything else. It's also the phone that any of us uses when we've broken our phone until a replacement arrives. So I've been using that for 48 hours, hated every moment of it, think that it might actually be classed as cruel and unusual punishment, and I have potentially broken some kind of rule in the Geneva Convention here, not really sure. But I'm so glad that I'm not going to be using this anymore. It will be great for when my 9-year-old needs a phone for the first time, but for anybody else it is completely useless. And it made me realise just how dependent we are on our phones as well, because although I could use this phone, it couldn't accept my SIM card because I'm on EE and it's on Vodafone. It's not an unlocked phone. And so everything that I tried to do, I couldn't do. I went to pay my rent. It was like, "We're going to send you a text message to confirm it's you." Why do you need to confirm it's me? I don't mind if someone else pays my rent. Anybody can pay my rent. You can all take a turn paying my rent. I don't mind. Why is that a security issue? It's not like I can withdraw cash from my rent account. I went to cancel my Amazon Prime free trial. Again, needs to text me first to let me into my account because it's a new device. And it did that on just about everything I've tried to do over the last 48 hours. So now my new phone has arrived, obviously, because that's what I film on. And it is just crashing out constantly under the weight of text messages from all these different companies sending me codes which have now expired and I can't use anymore. So that's great fun. But yeah, I have got a phone now, which is just fantastic. I'm so pleased that I've got a phone. It's going to take me a little while to set it up. I can't remember any of my passwords or anything like that. But most importantly, it means that I have lost a considerable chunk of the footage that I was going to use to make today's vlog. And I'm really salty about that, because I have been working on that video for months. It was my desk project where I took my desk from this awful yellowy gloss thing painted that I pulled out of a skip 20 years ago. And I have spent ages and ages restoring it, oiling it, putting new handles on it. It finally finished last week. And I was going to show you the whole process. And now I've only got the very beginnings of the process of stuff that was in my drive. And I haven't got any of the finishing shots. I haven't got any of the showing me drilling to put the handles on or anything. I've got nothing. So I might see if I can cobble together something to show you, but it's not going to be nearly as good as I hoped it would be. And I'm really disappointed about that, because I worked very hard both on the project and the video, and to have lost it just before I was about to export it is the most frustrating thing. So you were supposed to be having that from me today. Instead, you've just got me moaning, which is always great fun, I suppose, to listen to. It must be very boring for you all having to listen to me complain about these things. I have had a very bad few months and there's been lots and lots to complain about, but I'm going to try and reframe all that stuff. So the other day I was really upset about my phone and especially about losing all the video footage. I've lost a lot of photos as well, but luckily I had recently backed a lot of them up, so it's not too bad. But I have lost quite a few and I was very upset about it. And I tweeted at the time and said it feels like every time something nice happens to me, like with the laptop, then something horrible happens as well to redress the balance. And I did feel like that at the time. I was having a little cry and I felt very sorry for myself. But I've since reframed it and we're going to process those positives. We've done the Thrive program, you know what that means. But I'm going to focus on the positive side of it. And the positive side of it is that my phone waited to die until after I had got a laptop, which meant that even though I looked terribly dodgy in my last couple of shorts, I was still able to get them out using the old punishment phone and my laptop. It was a bit of a learning curve. I cut some of the sound off of one of them. I don't really like using it for shorts, but I need to start editing my longs on the laptop instead of my phone just to make it a little bit easier for me, I think. Anyway, hopefully next week I will be back with a proper vlog and not just a moan again, because now I've got my phone again, I've got my laptop. I'm going to go straight online and find a case and a screen protector for this phone so that I don't ruin it immediately. And hopefully then we will be back to normal and I'll be back to my positive content next week. Oh, I needed to get that off my chest. It has been a bit of a week this week, and so we didn't get a chance to do a proper vlog. Never mind. I will be back next Monday, 6 AM UK time. I don't know what I'm going to be vlogging about. It will depend on what I can pull back out of the files that I've lost, or whether I can get out and about and do something new for you, which I think I might have to do because I think all of my files are gone. Let that be a lesson to all of you to back your stuff up. If you can't wait until Monday to see me again, I get that. I am awesome. I will be here every single morning in your shorts, taking a great big deep breath, letting you know what I'm grateful for. Quite often at the moment, I'm letting you know what is challenging me as well. And I love it when you counteract that in my comments by telling me good things that are happening for you, because I'm one of those sorts of people where it doesn't matter how bad of a mood I am in. If I hear the good things that you're up to, it's going to put me in a better mood. So do feel that you can still comment them even when I am complaining, moaning and whining on. I will also be here on a Witchy Wednesday doing a little intuitive tarot card reading for you. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be doing those for. They don't seem to be as interesting to you guys as the other stuff, which is fair enough. But if you do like them, it is a good idea to give it a little comment, share it or whatever, because then I can see that you like it and so I'll know to carry on. They'll be carrying on until at least September, but I'm not sure about after that. Well, I hope that your week to come is less dramatic than my week has just been. I really hope that I am going to have a very boring week because all this excitement is a bit too much for me. Until then, you have yourself a magical week.